everyone and welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, I'm Tazzy. So recently I attended two events, Gamepad by Maya Mada and I63, and I was meant to vlog both of them and didn't really get much footage from either of them. So instead I'm going to talk to you about them and show you what I did get of the footage, I guess. So yeah, first of all, I'm going to start with Gamepad because I went to that on the Saturday. So that was on Saturday the 25th, and I went to Insomnia the day after on Sunday the 26th, but I drove down on Saturday night. So it's a very, very busy weekend for me. So this weekend is a very, very busy weekend. Just about to leave to go to Gamepad by Maya Mada. And it's basically a London event. It's going to be at the Africa Centre this time round, and it's a family-friendly event, and it's going to be so much fun. This year they had a Smash Bros tournament and a Mario Kart tournament, but like again, both of those were in completely good fun. There were some serious players there and some more casual players, but everyone could sort of get involved and watch, and it was a lot of fun. And they also had games like Mario Kart. I played a bit of Overcooked 2, and there was VR there. And there was also some fighting games like Dragon Ball Z, and cannot remember what other games are there. What other fighting games there were, because I didn't play any of those, so I'm not that into those. But it was also like a very family-friendly event, and there was people of all ages there, which was so great to see. There were some families there, like parents with their children, some like brothers and sisters together, friends. It was so chill and like so fun to be at, and it was so great. And I'm very much looking forward to going to the next one. When I do know the dates for the next one, I'll let you know. But at the moment, it's looking like the beginning of next year will be the next one. And that's a London-based event, which makes it even better as well, because it's not one that I've had to travel to. And I spend a lot of time traveling to events, and this one was like really local to me. I literally just had to jump on one train, a few stops, and boom, I'm there. It was a short walk from Southwark Station, which is by Waterloo. So if you don't know Suffolk, you probably know like Waterloo, or have heard of Waterloo. So it is literally right by there. It is a very short walk from either Waterloo or Suffolk Station. Both of those are very, very, very nearby. But I don't know where the venue will be next time. But again, it's going to be in London, and it's probably going to be somewhere really easy, accessible for everyone to get to, and it's just a really chill day. If you're not into like events where they just have like rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of stalls of like stuff to buy, this is one for you. If you just want to go and play games and make friends, this is one for you. If you're not a big fan of like humongous crowds and queues to play games, then this is the one for you. This is one where you really actually get to play a game with some people and make some new friends, which I did do. I made friends, which is great. Like I went on my own completely, and literally were talking with people within like 5 minutes of being there. I wasn't like, oh my god, where do I start? Really good fun. I had so much fun playing Overcooked with like this little kid. He was so good. He was so into it. It was so much fun. Like, it was just so fun to see like really young children and adults and teens like all just playing the same games, and everyone just being like really happy and vibes, and like everyone was just, no one really cared about who they were playing games with. It was just like, yeah, we'll just jump on and have a bit of fun. I got completely beat at Mario Kart. Because anyone that watches my streams knows that I am terrible at Mario Kart. Double Dash is the only Mario Kart that I'm good at. And saying that now, next time I play it, I'll probably be terrible, especially if that is in front of people. But it's the only one I've ever been good at that. So I got like completely beat at Mario Kart. I also, like I said, I done a live stream from that event. It was basically an IRL stream, because I didn't have my setup, because it was very last minute that I ended up going to that event and being a guest at that event. So hopefully next time I'll be streaming live from that event. But again, as soon as I know like full details on that, then I'll let you know. And thank you as well anyone that caught the live stream for that. Thank you so much for joining me. It was last minute change to the plans, because originally I was supposed to be actually streaming some gameplay, but just wasn't able to, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances. Just before Gamepad finished, Tom came to pick me up and we headed straight for Birmingham, ready for Insomnia. So for those of you that don't know what Insomnia is, it is a gaming festival and it's big. It's at the NEC, but basically me and Tom headed down on the Saturday night and went to the casino near the NEC, because pretty much most of like the 18 plus crowd go to the casino, because that is where like everyone gets a chance to just chill. A lot of people that have been working all day, like it's just a chance for them to relax and just chill out. And there's like a restaurant in there. Some people do gamble and some people just drink and some people are just purely there for the company. But it is generally where you find everyone after the event. And so we went straight there to meet up with some of our friends and say hi and hang out, and that was so much fun. The next day, on Sunday, is when we actually attended the event itself, and it was a lot of fun. So first of all, we always, whenever we go to an event, the first thing we do is like a big event like this, the first thing we do is walk around the whole thing to get an idea of what is there and what we can enjoy, and we never get around to doing everything, even when we're there for the whole weekend. So first of all, like PlayStation had a massive booth there, and like Spider-Man was there. Didn't get a chance to play it. Well, I could have, but I just did not want to spend any time in a long queue. I was like, I'm not here to like try any big games, and I don't have a PlayStation 4 to have Spider-Man on anyway, so there's no point in me trying it. I'm not going to play it anytime soon. So yeah, so PlayStation had their massive thing, and then you go in and then there's just stuff everywhere. Nintendo had a massive booth this time. Last time we went they had a smaller booth, and this time it was a lot bigger, and they obviously like they had Smash Bros there and some other stuff. We jumped on Overcooked, tried Labo for the first time. That was pretty cool. Like, if I had younger siblings, I would definitely get them that, and then I would use it most of the time. But I was like, that is so cool. I totally want that as a kid. I don't know, like the main reason for me going to Insomnia is like to catch up with everyone and hang out with everyone. So we went around and we were just like trying to find as many people that we knew as possible and say hi and like catch up with everyone pretty much. And so that's what we went and done. But yeah, and like obviously last time we were like really into the COD championships that were there, and like we spent a lot of time there. But this year there was like no gaming leagues on or anything, like no esports that were really into that much, so we didn't bother with that. There was like this big PUBG thing where they had like part of a plane, and then you go in and play you could play PUBG. They also had this cool thing and where you could get your local Belong jersey and then get your name printed on it, and I didn't get one because they don't have my Belong on there. They didn't have my Belong there yet, which is the Stratford Spartans. They didn't have any of their t-shirts yet because it literally just opened. And so I didn't get a t-shirt with my name on. But if you do want to see what they look like, you should check out Gears of War, because he got one and it looked absolutely awesome. So I'll leave the link to Gears of War down below. I think he posted it on his Instagram. So I'll leave the link to the actual picture below if I can find it. I really want one. I want one. I've wanted a Belong jersey for ages, but I don't have a team. Like I didn't have a store. And then Stratford opened, I was like, that's my new store, y'all. And then obviously there was the usual, there was like all different booths from all different companies, and we did get a couple of freebies. We went to the Corsair booth and they had a game called Aegis M, which was a lot of fun. It's basically like a tower defense game, and we played that for a bit and really fucking loved it. And they were giving away these like Corsair coins that you could then put into a crane, or you can put them in it, but you could use to have a go at this like crane machine that you could win prizes from. All we got is like a few Corsair badges and a like lanyard. But the funny story is that every time Tom played, he won something. We had like 5 goes maybe, and I didn't win anything, and then Tom picked up one of the balls the first go. I was like, alright then, hotshot. And then when we came back a bit later and used up the rest of our credits, Tom, it was like 2 credits per go, and you got up to 2 tries. But if you won something the first try, then that's like that credit gone kind of thing. Tom won something on every single one of his tries. Like, out of like each 2, he'd win on one of them. Either the first one and then didn't get a second go, or like won both of them. I was just like, what? And then we both had the same amount. Did we have the same amount of credits? I don't know. We had a similar amount of credits, and I won one thing out of like 8 tries, but 4 goes. I won one thing. And here's the thing, I didn't even win it because the crane picked it up and dropped it down the chute. I won it because the crane picked it up, dropped it, and the ball that it was in split in half, so I got a pin. I need to take Tom to like an arcade to win me stuff, because that is a ridiculous skill. Like, every single go he got one. How? And yeah, so we really enjoyed Aegis M as well. I think Tom might get it, so I'll possibly get it and then play it on stream with him, and then anyone that has it is obviously welcome to join in, because I think it's up to 4 players online. I didn't actually play this time around, but I was speaking to the dev for Zombies Nature Apocalypse, and they are adding some really cool features that I cannot wait to see. So basically adding online and like Twitch integration, so that you can do stuff on Twitch, like so viewers on Twitch can affect the game. And then we went to the Razer booth. We got a load of freebies from the Razer booth, like a lot of freebies from the Razer booth. So like went over there, checked out a few things, really love their controller. I don't even know what controller, I think it was like an Xbox controller, but I really love that controller. I really want one. Really want one. Like I rarely fall in love with controllers unless they're pretty. Like in terms of like usability, I rarely fall in love with a controller. I normally just fall in love with a controller for looks. Generally feel most controllers are the same, but the Razer one pretty much fell in love with. Also, I tried out a game called Armajet, and that was so much fun. Me and Tom like had so much fun with this. At first they were like having people play it on stage, so we went up on stage to play it for our first time, and oh my god, it was so much fun. It's like a platform shooter. There's 2 teams, red and blue, and you're fighting each other, and then it's like first to 30 kills, I think, or when the time runs out, who has the highest score. But it randomizes your loadout, so each match you have a random set of 3 loadouts to choose from, and every time you play a new match it's a new random loadout, and it was just getting used to that. I went back to the Razer booth and played this game so many times, and then got a beta key for the iOS version, and hopefully be getting a beta key for because it's a closed beta, so hopefully I'll be able to jump on the beta when it comes out on Steam as well. So it is going to be available on Steam, Android and iOS. Not so much of a fan playing it on a mobile, but it is I prefer having a controller. I'm generally not someone that can play like actiony games on mobiles. My brain just can't deal with it. It's too many things and you can't see where you go. But it's still a lot of fun. Granted, it was way better playing it on the Razer phone because of how big the screen is, but it's still like tons of fun. I have like played it a few times since I've been home. Mate, so much fun. And yeah, and like freebies. I was telling you about the freebies that I got. Freebies from Razer. I just got like, we got so many lanyards, sweatbands, which came in handy because we actually had a gym in our hotel. And I was like, we can use it when we go to the gym. Like stickers and things like that. But I also got this lovely mouse mat here. Let me grab it. So I got this mouse mat, which does not go with my colour schemes at all. I'm not a big fan of green, sorry Razer, but I really needed a mouse mat, a bigger mouse mat, because this is my old mouse mat, which I love because it's got Groot on it and it's so cute. But it's a bit small, so when I am playing games, this mouse mat's not so useful, so I kind of like switching between my Groot mouse mat and my Razer mouse mat. My Razer mouse mat more for when I'm playing games, and my Groot mouse mat just for general PC usage I'm normally using it for. But yeah, that's the freebies we got. And then it was back on to the nightlife. So we went back to our hotel, worked out, had showers, went to go get something to eat, and then headed back up to the casino, and it was so much fun that Sunday night. Like, not everyone was there, but bumped into like really, really cool people like that I've seen at other events, met at other events, and like it was just a great chance to like get to know everyone a little bit better and hang out with like people that I'm already friends with, because I love this about events is the after party, or like for Twitch London, it just is one big party. And because I basically spend most of my time indoors by myself or maybe with my mom, I don't really like get out and socialize that much. It's like just such a great time to like hang out with everyone, and I miss it already. But saying that, I am going to Rapture this weekend. So on the 7th and the 8th, I think it is, I'm going to Rapture. So that should be a lot of fun. So on that note, I'm going to end this video here because it is already very, very long and I'm just talking about the event and not even showing it to you. With that, just to let you know all the events that I do plan on attending for the rest of the year, it will be Rapture Cardiff. Then after that is MCM London. And then after that will be Twitch London. Not sure on the date of Twitch London. MCM London is on the last weekend of October, as per usual, at the XL. And then I will possibly attend in RTX London, which is the weekend after Rapture, so the 15th and the 16th. Unfortunately, I won't be going to EGX. Oh, and I may possibly go to Hyper Japan because that was a lot of fun and I do want to go again. But the guarantee ones, Rapture Cardiff, MCM London and Twitch London as soon as I get the date for that. But I will leave a link to my calendar of events in the UK, and I put every event that I hear about that is in the UK, like any sort of anime, gaming, comic events like that, I try and put them in my calendar, and then I'll leave a little note to which ones I'm attending. So if you know of any events that are comic based, gaming based, anime based, comment them down below. If they're in the UK, comment them down below with the date and the website, and then I'll get that added to the calendar. I'm aware that I have not added all the rest of the MCMs onto the calendar. I will get around to add in the rest of the MCMs. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have waffled on far too long as it is.